This is my final installment on the Hypostatic Union, something that Brandy Audi and I were working on. And first, let me apologize to her for taking a little bit longer to do this than I originally intended. I've had a cold lately and hadn't been feeling well, and really hadn't been wanting to even mess with YouTube. I feel a little bit better now, and I wanted to get it, felt obligated to get it done for her. So I apologize to you for taking a little bit too long here. The Hypostatic Union is what we were discussing, and that is the union that occurred in the incarnation between God and Jesus, where Jesus was the God-man, fully God and fully man. That's what the Hypostatic Union is. This had to be defined, as I pointed out in my first video, because of the heresies that took place centuries ago, where some people were calling, no, he's not God, or he's only human, or he's a half God, or he's a half man, and different things are floating around. And finally, it had to be defined. It had to be nailed down. Who is Jesus? And the Hypostatic Union is defined as Jesus Christ is fully God and fully man. Now, there are those who would say that, and I've heard this several times on YouTube even, that show me in the Bible where Jesus ever called himself God, or Jesus never called himself God. Well, when I hear a person say that, I know right away they've never studied the Bible at all. It just, bottom line, they just hadn't studied to be. I go to John a lot in proving the deity of Jesus Christ, especially these 7 I am sayings in John, dealing with Jesus being fully deity. And one of the ones that I brought to mind that I hope Brandy Audi comments on a little bit, something that just struck me as I was looking over it, that I don't think I've ever noticed before. Again, this is the process of studying. If I'm right about this, maybe Brandy Audi has studied it more, can tell me something about it in the video. But anyway, in John 8:58, before that, Jesus had been having a discussion with the Jewish people, and they get to the part about Abraham, and Jesus makes a statement in John 8:58. Before Abraham was, I am. And the I am there is ego eimi, ego eimi. And it is a present indicative. I believe it's active, present active indicative. Now then, the thing that struck me here, though, was it is a singular present active indicative, single person, first person singular. Now then, I started thinking about that. First person singular, to me, not only is Jesus calling himself God through the I am saying, but he's also identifying he and God as one being. Even though the two different persons, they're only one being. And that's exactly the way it is. They are only one being. They're two different persons, but they're only one being. And he said the Jews took up stone to stone him because of blasphemy. Why? Because he made himself equal with God. And they knew that. They knew the I am saying. It goes back to Exodus, where Moses is getting ready to go down to Egypt. God said, go down there and free my people. And Moses, thinking to himself, look, they got all these gods down there, so he asked God, who am I going to say sent me? And God said to them, tell them I am has sent you. The same phrase Jesus is using in John 8:58, before Abraham was, I am, his pre-existence. And they knew what he was talking about. He was calling himself God. And the first person singular, if I'm correct about that, then he's pointing back to they're only one being. So to say that Jesus did not call himself God is just totally ridiculous to me. So if he's fully God, we know about his suffering on the cross. We know about his crying. We know about his temptations. All of those are connected to his humanity. So the hypostatic union, to me, it just rich throughout the entire Scripture. That in Jesus Christ dwelt the fullness of the Godhead. Jesus Christ, fully God and fully man, the hypostatic union. And it is imperative for us as Christians to be able to define what this is. You may not say you may never have heard of it, but you need to know how to defend your faith. So I'm gonna probably attach this video to my last one and take the other one down and just make one video. That's what I intended to do to start with. So that's going to wrap it up for me, Brandy Out, and I hope this has added some more to it. Like I said, there's so many verses that show the humanity of Jesus. There's verses that I pointed out in John 8:58 that shows the divinity of Jesus, fully God and fully man. There is no doubt about that. Until next time, this has been Godly Saying. God bless.